Hello, it's Doug from Behind Closed Doors, and today I'm going to be looking at a video called Ignoring Women is Part of Masculinity by Authentic Alphas. Let's get into the video.
I'm up in the whip for another priority tip. Today's motherfucking title: Ignoring Women is Part of Masculinity. Let me elaborate. I used to be an athlete all through school, man, all through high school, shit like that. But I never took things for granted. You know, being good at sports in school comes with popularity, comes with appreciation from the school board.
Just already, I like this guy. He's cool, isn't he?
Your coaches, and also attraction from the females. But I never took these things for granted. I always tried to analyze and try to understand, a little bit more of the why.
I think that's a very intelligent thing to do, because I think if you just take it for granted and listen to your ego and just assume, well, yeah, why wouldn't they? I'm fucking awesome. And so when you have an analytical framework, and people can call you out on it and say, oh, you're taking it way too seriously. But I don't think that's true. I think it's important to understand where you are and what you have and how you got there, and to analyse any situation, whether you're winning or losing in life. And so it's very easy when things are going well to just kind of ignore everything. So the fact that he's kind of like analysing himself even when he's successful, that's a very good trait to have.
And I always thought, like, yo, why chicks be checking for the athletes so much? Because I noticed they didn't know shit about sports. You try to talk about sports with girls. I don't know if some of you have ever tried that. They have no idea what the fuck.
Well, I think you can, but the girl's got to be into the sport, hasn't she?
The rules are, what's the what's the goal? Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't understand the strategy, the plays. You know what I'm saying? Really nothing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of girls say they like football. They don't know shit about football.
Well, stereotypically, it's the cheerleader and the jock in it. I suppose you have in America or Canada or wherever this is. Sort of like over here, it's football. So, yeah.
They say they like basketball. They don't know shit about basketball. You know what I mean? So I used to wonder, like, hold on, why the girls like the athletes so much? They're so interested in the athletes, but they're not actually genuinely interested in the sports these guys play.
It's because they're interested in the status. It's where men arrange themselves into hierarchies, and you can find out who the top guy is, and then the women cheer for the team, and then whoever is the top guy gets the cheerleaders. It's kind of roughly how it works.
And I started kind of being able to put my finger on it, because I noticed the less you paid attention to the girl and the more you focused on your team, practice, upcoming games, the more you wrap that, wrapped your head around that goal, and that focus seems to be the more effort that shorty put in.
Yeah, you've got to have something going on more than the girl. So you can't make a girl the focus of your life. What you've got to do is you've got to get a higher focus, and then the girl comes with you towards that. So the moment you make the girl the focus of your life, you're letting go of the greater aim. So the moment you make the girl a focus of your life, you let go of your actual life focus, and that de-escalates both your status. So that's why you've always got to be reaching for the stars and taking your girl with you. So things have got to feel like they're improving. The moment that you let go of self-improvement or letting go of your purpose and you focus on the girl instead of your mission, then everything goes down.
Put in, you know what I'm saying? And it also was like the more, patience she had, the more she was willing to wait and cooperate. I know a lot of former athletes know what I'm talking about, man. Like you go to practice and you be like, yo, baby, I gotta go to practice. She'd be like, oh, I'll come with you. It's like, nah, for what practice?
It's not even athletes. It's just any man that has a disciplined life or has a goal in life, that's worthy of his time and attention. And the moment that you let go of everything else going on in your life and invest fully into the women, you're not happy, and the woman doesn't end up happy either.
For what? Practice is like 2 hours long. She's like, oh, I'll wait. oh shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you ain't got something better to do with 2 hours of your time? But she'll fucking sit on the bleachers and just, wait for you. So I started noticing that what it was the fact that you had something more important than her, more important than girls in general, more important than...
Well, it's not just that. I do agree with him, that's true, but it's also the other thing I said earlier. The reason why she values your attention in the first place is because you're high status, not because you're taking your attention away. That's a secondary element to it. It's a two-part element. One is that, yes, it's like windscreen wipers. The more you pay attention to the girl, the more she kind of backs off. And the less attention you pay, the more she pays attention to you. So there is that kind of thing with the attention where as you ignore them, they get more intrigued by you, let's say. But there's also the reason why they're going after you in the first place and not another guy is because of the high status, because of the elevation of the hierarchy. And if you're anywhere near the top, then you're going to have more successful women than the guys and the losers at the bottom.
Video games, more important than bullshitting. It doesn't have to be sports. Anything that's constructive, you know what I'm saying, beneficial, important, that you put in before.
Yeah, I agree. Like, she wants to be with a fucking man. So if you're not on your way to being a better man or being the man, then you're on the decline. You're either increasing or declining. Your stock's either going up or it's going down. So if she sees that you're working on yourself, she'll stay with you, even though she probably wants more of your attention, because she can see that you're trying to elevate your life and with it hers as well, because she's coming along with you for the ride, then things are going to improve. The moment that you let go of your external purpose and focus solely on her or any other trivial thing that isn't elevating you, then things are going to be on the decline. And why would you invest in a declining stock?
Before a woman or women, they have no choice but to find attractive, because it means that you value bigger and better things than attention from a female. So by way of that, ignoring females is...
Well, attention from females is a downstream effect from high status goals.
Females is actually one of masculine traits. For example, when a girl is, looking good, she got a banging body, she's dressed sexy or whatever, she knows that. When you come across her or whatever, and you're...
What, literally?
Too busy focusing on something else, you know what I'm saying? You're in your phone, you're doing something else, you know what I'm saying? You're engaged in conversation with another valuable male, stuff like that. She knows that she's visible, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that you're not like, you know what I'm saying, starstruck, you're not staring, you're not fucking goo gaga and shit.
And again, I think this is another thing that's kind of people tend to miss, is that you can give your attention fully to a girl, but it depends where it's coming from. If it's coming from a needy, supplicating, sort of like, you're too good for me kind of framework, then that's a very emasculating way and it's not as attractive. Whereas if you're giving full attention and you're lifting her up and you're making her feel better about herself and about the interaction, then that's a much more positive way of giving your full attention. So you can give your full attention with integrity as an alpha male, as opposed to doing it as a beta male bitch that is thirsty for her attention, if that makes sense. So as an alpha man, you're giving your attention, whereas a beta male is after her attention. So one's giving value, the other's taking value, if that makes sense. So again, I do agree.
If you're not gawking at her, what that lets her know is that that's not impressive to you. And there could be a few reasons why that's not impressive. It could be not impressive because you bang girls like that, or you bang girls better than that. It's no big deal. You got girls in your phone that look that good or better.
Well, it's not just that. She could be like a 10 out of 10, but it's more of a case of what else has she got? And I think younger guys tend to drool over just looks alone. And I think older guys or alpha male guys of any age look for more than just looks, because they know that in order to have a decent woman in your life, you definitely need to be looking for behaviour traits as well as and personality traits, and there's loads of stuff to look for that's below the surface. It's like an iceberg. It's just the tip. You really need to know what's all underneath that, underneath the skin. Beauty literally is skin deep, but behaviour goes right to the fucking bone.
They already coming. One's already coming over tonight. You got one coming over tomorrow or the day after, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to stimulate her curiosity. Like, damn, why is he not as pressed, or why is he not pressed at all when most men are? So she's seeing a distinct, you know what I'm saying, difference between you and how other men behave, right? Puts you at a higher level, higher tier.
Yeah, but I don't think you have to try for that. I mean, I'm not saying that he is saying that, but I think just generally speaking, you don't have to worry about what she's thinking about. You can just go about your life. And when you do choose to look at things from her perspective or listen to what she's saying, that does tend to be the feedback, is that they're comparing you to other men. But you don't have to worry about what she's thinking about.
Level, higher tier, right? So, yeah, these are just simple concepts, bro, that I think are under-evaluated. They're under-analyzed, you know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as over-analyzing. The fuck, this shit don't even make any sense. It's like saying you make too much money.
I agree, and people will use it all the time. Oh, you think too seriously, you're taking life too seriously, da-da-da-da-da. They ain't got a fucking clue.
Or you're too smart. You know what I'm saying? These are stupid-ass terms. So, never stop it.
Yeah, usually the people that are telling you that you're taking life seriously or you think too much and all that kind of stuff, they're not helping, because they're not understanding why you're being so curious and inquisitive as to why things are the way that they are. Because you're either there's a problem and you're trying to make things better, or things are good and you're trying to optimize them, or things are going fucking brilliant and you just want to keep it there. Because isn't it better when life is good? And I think you should analyse your life at every stage of it. Take some time out. I mean, that's what prayer is about. You know, people just taking the time to be grateful for what they have, and to ask the Lord or whoever they believe in for what they would like to attract into their life.
Analyze it. Always want to understand how things work. This is how men were able to build the world and continue to improve it.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
By analyzing what came before them and what is, to create what will be, right? So put it on your head, man.
Yeah, look at everything in this, like, look, everything here, this phone, this light, everything was created by, like, somebody that just sat down, and it didn't exist in the world, but by someone sitting down, or a group of people sitting down and thinking, how could we make this place better? How could we create? How could we build? And to literally invent something and come up with something from nothing. It's fucking magic. And then there's the people there that benefit from it, that saying, oh, you think too much. Like, fuck off.
Put it on your head, man. Ignore these bitches. Peace.
And just to finish this off, I'd like to just kind of come back to what I tend to talk about, is that yes, you can give women attention if she values your attention, and give it to her. And then if she misbehaves or is disagreeable, you just take your attention away. And attention is the only thing that you really have as a man. And you give your attention when she's behaving well and having positive behaviours, and you take your attention away when she isn't. And that, to me, is the perfect thing to do. So I don't think it's just best to go around just ignoring women in general, but I do think, and I agree with the title of the video, that ignoring women is part of masculinity, in the same way that ignoring beta male men is part of femininity. So yeah, you just got to be very selective about what you're paying attention to, and what you're choosing to pay attention to, and what you're choosing to ignore. So yeah, I like that, gentlemen. Very good video.